Welcome to this PocbooksCrypto moment, everyone. I kind of been on a roll today with humor, and I thought about actually doing a PocbooksCrypto moment talking about humor. Oh, it's a good one. I guarantee out of the 4 or 5 jokes I would tell you, experiences and just like I said, things to just make you laugh. You probably would laugh at least for 1 second on at least one of them, okay? But I'm not going to do that. I want to actually go back to a more serious tone because it's just that important for the day and age that we live in. And what does that have to do with? Well, let me preface it with this, that along with conscience, some of the things that I will state will be according to just my own opinion and experience. And, you can actually take it with a grain of salt if you want to, or add value to it. But all the same, I'm going to share it. All right. Now, what is that subject? It actually has to do with wealth. It has to do with money. There is actually a scriptural principle too that talks about it was talking about wisdom, but it was also talking about money is for protection too in a couple of places. But let me talk further about not just having money for protection or to just take care of your family, but let's talk about in full abundance. I'm talking more than just, you see, $1 in your pocket. I'm talking more than enough for just 1 5 to 7 course meal night on the town. But if you wanted to, you could have those type of meals every night. So we're really talking about a lot of money. All right. How do I feel about that? See how this gets into my opinion? Well, let me share something with you about honoring and things of that nature. These are some thoughts that I've talked about on some of the podcasts over the years, but never a strict podcast that dealt with money and wealth in the way that I feel about it. And really, I want to give a shout out to one person who he states he has an advancing channel. And so you can do a search for that and see who comes up. But he actually brought up something because I was looking at his video the other day. And he made a statement, and it's even in the JPEG, a statement that, yes, you probably rarely heard me say this because I haven't said it too much, but I strongly believe this. I strongly do have a problem with people who do have an abundance, okay, wealth or what have you, also who would claim to worship God, but would have a problem with you having wealth and will go to extreme means to keep it from you. Yes, I have a big problem with that. Now, with that said, let me go on further with some of the narratives and arguments they try to create sometimes to keep wealth from somebody who is supposed to be their brother or sister. Now, this applies to more than persons just saying that they believe they are in God or Christian. As I said again, anybody who would claim that they believe in upright ethical principles really shouldn't have a problem. Now, I don't know if that is even an opinion, but some people may say, but really shouldn't have a problem with anybody having a great amount of wealth. And so, as this person has stated, that, these people at times, they're rich, but then they want you to be poor. And I do think that goes, again, against a lot of scriptural principles that deal with love. Let me go further. Again, remember I'm talking about honoring. You do need money for health and things of that nature, healthcare. And see, and the elephant in the room is sometimes people don't want to talk about as to take a quote from Thomas Sowell that, sometimes intellectuals, they make all these decisions and stuff, but they don't have to live with the consequences of even bad decisions that they make. See, I have a problem with that as well. And as I've stated before, there are some persons who were our loved ones. See, this is where it gets real personal. It gets real personal, that I know for a fact that some of our loved ones would still be here from these events that happened over the past couple of years if some of the advanced medical treatments that, that some persons were able to take. I've told you about in times past, I've known of persons who, had an abundance, and they had dire diseases. You hear me? Dire diseases where they went to this location or that location. You see, privately, they didn't really tell about their treatments and stuff, but persons who, once again, would understand why they're taking such treatments. You see what I'm talking about? Would understand. And they were really put right back on a dietary regimental way of living where, man, they got in good health. But see, all of that, make no mistake about it, costs money. And so, sometimes when people think about money, they always think about the person going out on vacations here and there and stuff like that. But no, it's for health. It's for being able to bestow good things upon others. It's for doing all sorts of things other than just partying and things of that nature. But see, that's the way they seem to like to take it from the narrative point of view. And I say, once again, why do they like to take it from that view? You heard me recently state that, leaders are happy for the people, are happy for the progress. And sometimes, as I said before, in these different positions and things of that nature, you can really start to see whether the person still has the right spirit or not for a certain job or occupation. And, you've heard me state that when a person does their affirmations or look at themselves in the mirror or whatever in the morning, sometimes if they come to the conclusion, wait a minute, I just don't have the spirit for this anymore. Now, I'm not happy for people. I'm actually trying to hinder them. It's almost like, again, if they got a smile on their face, I'm sorry to see it. See, these are things that a person may realize if they do their affirmations. Now, let me stop, and I'm going to go on to part 2 of this.
You have just listened to the Perceptive Readers Podcast. Remember, until next time, if you read something that encourages you to improve or enhance your life for the better, it becomes your reality.